Episode 1. So, we're jumping right into it because I ain't got time to edit nothing. Raw dog in life right now. So, gonna talk about Magna Hotel, aka Practice of Peace, aka single shelters in New York City. And this one's in Queens. So, if you're familiar with the shelters in New York City, as a trans man, then you know because of the orange Cheeto, we gotta go to the women's shelter. Cool, not a problem. I'd rather be there than the men's. It's cleaner. I know what I'm dealing with, and I ain't got to go to jail because I don't want to go to jail because you see me, like, I'm not doing that. Back to the point at hand. So if you're not familiar with the intake shelter called Franklin in the Bronx, use the hashtag and go look it up. From there, they sent me to Queens, where I was just at. I'm in another one now, so I have free reign. For 2.5 months, I had to deal with my case manager, staff, everybody misgendering me, even after knowing my preferred name, even after knowing my pronouns, even after me explaining that I'm in the process of changing my name. Whatever. Cool. I reported them. I went to the director, made a complaint, to the point that I had a roommate in my dorm who literally belonged in Bellevue. Like, they literally were just sending whoever here, and they had to, from what I was told by staff, including the operations manager, I'm not going to name names just because I need this video to go out. But if I need to name names, I will. I need this to reach Mayor Mamdani. As soon as I started making complaints about the food, microwavables being expired, staff locking down the cafeteria before it's even time to come, even for me who works overnight, technically, I come home around 2-3 in the morning, they were still doing funny stuff. Like, as a whole trans man, there's just certain things I'm not going to tolerate. And so I spoke up for myself. They didn't like that. They tried to transfer me twice. The first time it didn't go through. This time, the only reason why I got transferred is because the operations manager pretty much took what's the word I'm looking for? Took advantage of the fact that I was talking to somebody else about picking up my mail, and he didn't tell me that what I was signing. I'm assuming it was for the mail because that's what I walked in there for. Come to find out, it was for my transfer paper, and he gave me the copy after, and I couldn't even tell them that I didn't want to transfer, even though they've actively known this. They've been trying to get me removed from that shelter since I first made that complaint about the staff having training to treat the LGBT community a certain type of way, and still did not. So we're gonna dive into that. Let's dive into the fact that these case managers are coming from shelters. The staff people are coming from shelters. They're taking training videos, and yet nobody is respecting nothing. Yet this is supposed to be New York City. I came back to New York to get my resources that I had because where I was living at down south is a red state, and they denied me my health care. So because of Cheeto and because of the red state that I was in, I was without my teeth for a year. I came back to get my stuff together and get back on my testosterone to really, fulfill my life. Fulfill my life. I've been on T for 5 years. There's no reason why, as a human being, I'm treated like I'm less than, regardless of what your religion is, regardless of what you believe in, regardless of anything. So this is episode 1. We're going to dive right deep into this. Please leave a comment below if you want a little bit more details in the next video. We're going to make this a whole series. So we're starting with Practice of Peace. Practice of Peace. Practice of Peace. And I'm going to keep repeating it because in case somebody sees this video that's in the shelter system, if you're a trans man or part of the LGBT community, do not go there. Before I even got transferred, they just changed their eating too. The day that I was being transferred, he told me, "Oh, did you eat lunch? Because we got new caterers now." So, and he told me to my face, "Thanks for complaining, even though you weren't the only one." So not only are they disrespectful, they're condescending. They try to trigger you to make you check yourself out your spot, pretty much. So yeah, comment below.